The body is an incredible machine. I've answered this question before, but I'm going to take it on a total different path right now. The body is an incredible machine. So is the mind. So is the mind. But some people convince themselves every day that they can't do something. They wake up in the morning and they tell themselves, I can't do this and I can't do that and I can't do this. And they convince themselves so much that they can't do something. And maybe they have a surrounding of people who tell them they can't do something, they can't do something, they can't do something, and they can't do. And then that thing is so easy to do. But in your mind, you can't do it, you can't do it. You'll never do it. You're crippled. You're crippled. Your mind is crippled. And that's the word I use. You might find that insulting. I'm not trying to insult anybody at all. I just think it's a crippling way to live. You can do it. It's physics and then your beliefs. Okay? If it's physically possible, then the only thing standing in your way is your beliefs. The truth of the matter is, if you're overweight, and I hate to give it to you this way, if you're overweight and you're out of shape, the problem is here. You're mentally weak. For 2% of the population, diet and exercise doesn't work. They have disease, ailments, hormonal problems, etc. However, everything else, 98% of us, let's make it 95. It's your mind in the way. Your mind is weak. It's a manifestation of your weak thoughts. You have to convince yourself every day that I'm going to make it one way or another, or I'm going to die trying. One way or another. I'm going to find success one way or another. I'm going to get fit one way or another. And that soldier in there has got to work every day, and he's got to march every day, and you got to train him every day, and you got to build up his strength. You can't go from mentally broken to mentally fierce. You build it, you build it, you build it. And there are a lot of ways to build it. Self-talk, teaching yourself to reframe things, seeing things in a different light, reading biographies of people who had a hard time in life and made it, hearing the stories of other people who had the same problems you had and made it, and just stick to the positive. And you know what? You'll make it. I remember when I was teaching my son to ride a bike, and he was telling me I can't do it, and he said it like 3-4 times, and I said, well, you know what? We're not leaving here till you do it. So I don't care if we have to sleep in the park. He's like really shocked. I'm like, yeah, well, we have no other choice. He was like 4 years old, 5 years old. Obviously, I wouldn't make him sleep in the park, but I wanted him to realize that we are committed to this. We're committed to this. And I was just trying to teach him a lesson that, because I see this all the time. I've trained thousands of people. Some people come in and they're locked to their excuse. They're locked to it. And, you got to burn the bridge behind them sometimes. You got to burn the bridge. You hear that old fable where an army goes to the shores and the general burns the ships. It's either we win this war or we die, because there's just the ocean now. There's no more boats. There's no exit. And I think it could be a very dangerous thing. Obviously, I wouldn't do that to an extreme level, but there is a gem there. There is a kernel of truth. And sure enough, a few minutes later, he was riding that bike. He was pedaling. I've had this experience so many times in my life. People think something is so hard, and sometimes it is hard, but a lot of times it's not. And anytime you have a negative thought, just crush it, man. Destroy it. Obliterate it. Hear my voice telling you that it's a lie and that you're a fool if you believe it, and that you're taking the easy way out if you believe it. Okay, get your mind right. The thoughts in your head are so important. They're so powerful.